I'm lucky. This is my lucky day. I'm all in clover. I'm glad all over. I want to shout hooray.
Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my top 10 worst movies of 2021. I mean, sure, we got considerably more movies than the year before it, but that doesn't mean every movie we got last year was worth the wait. And these 10 in my book should never have been made at all. So if you want to see me all of these mountains of shits that are parts with my rant rager, then just keep watching. Number 10, the biggest letdown and as well as the most overrated animated flick of 2021, Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm still in utter shock the level of praise that this movie got. I'm sorry, but how does Raya get more love than the beautiful How to Train Your Dragon trilogy? How? And sure, my original review wasn't exactly glowing, but I was still too kind to it, only rating it 3 stars. Now I've dropped my rating to 2. And it's vastly inferior to the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy in every conceivable way. Making Sisu talk was the wrong decision. I still very much stand by that. How much more lovable would she have been had she been a silent character? And that could have made for great, beautiful visual storytelling. But no, Disney had to make Aquafina never shut the fuck up when voicing Sisu, and having her be a human was darn right insulting. And I never really cared for any of the characters, to be honest. Didn't care about Raya, didn't care about the side characters from the other kingdoms in Kamandra. The only character who actually was decent was Namari. But the message about trust and uni was screwed up in the end, because why would Raya trust somebody who screwed her over not once but twice? Yeah, I'm glad we got Encanto to make up for this. At number 9, Tom and Jerry. Yes, it's bad, but not quite as bad as I fears, at least. So that's why it's low on this list. At least when Tom and Jerry are doing their thing that they do best, that's when it's the most fun. And at least Chloe Grace Mortice's character, Kayla, she was cute. The only likeable live-action character in it, but all the other live-action stuff with the hotel in New York, it feels totally out of sync with Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry should always be animated. Bringing it into live action will never work. At least the 1990s Tom and Jerry movie was fully animated. At number 8, Spirit Untamed, DreamWorks. What happened to you? All CGI'd cash grab Spirit sequel that has nothing to do with the original 2002 movie. Yeah, skip this and watch the original instead. At number 7, yet another unnecessary sequel, Space Jam: A New Legacy. Warner Brothers, I hope this has taught you to never go down the dark path Disney has ever again by making a Warner Brothers product placement movie that rather than a actual Space Jam sequel. The only thing to admire in this epic fail is the hand-drawn animation scenes with the Looney Tunes, but their CGI versions are like an unholy terror. I never thought I'd say this, but LeBron James gives an even weaker performance than I never thought I'd say this, but LeBron James is even weaker at acting than Michael Jordan. He's totally stale. And why do have we got to go through that story about him wanting his son to be just like him? Not to mention the basketballer game dragged on to the point where I was so bored I was going clinically insane. So yeah, da 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 da. No more Space Jam. At number 6, The Kingsman. Talk about a gigantic disappointment. This is not the king-worthy prequel to the Kingsman franchise that we were all hoping. I mean, and the long delay was not worth the wait whatsoever. Why make a Kingsman prequel, Matthew Vaughn, when you could have made a great third movie with Taron Egerton? I mean, this was a step below even the Golden Circle. I mean, despite Ralph Fiennes' best efforts, it does not feel like a Kingsman movie, and is way too grim in tone and feels more like 1917. I mean, it's just a hot mess. At number 5, yet another example of CGI ruining movies. Clifford the Big Red Dog. I mean, a live action Clifford movie over an animated one. What the fuck? This great big piece of dog turd is 100 times more cliched, 100 times more predictable, and did not deserve to get better reviews than Eternals, that's for sure. At number 4, Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. I mean, this great big rabbit dropping was even worse than the 2018 shitfest, and is even less true to Beatrix Potter's wonderful source material. I mean, critics, stop giving this shitty Sony Peter Rabbit franchise a pass, because Sony are just gonna keep making more. At number 3, oh dear lord, now we're getting to the real shit of this list. Boss Baby 2, Family Business. Don't you just miss the glory days when DreamWorks actually tried? After 2019 and How to Train Your Dragon 3 The Hidden World, DreamWorks stopped caring and cannot sink any lower than Shit Baby 2. To the critics who actually said this wasn't that bad and an improvement over its predecessor, I'm happy for you, but I ain't with you. This is DreamWorks' worst stinker that they have ever done, and one of the shittiest animated movies of all fucking time. I mean, why a Boss Baby sequel when you could have made Rise of the Guardians 2? Its themes of family are emotionless and beyond manipulative, and I think with Tim Templeton and his daughters, who cares? I mean, and Tim and his brother are playing with dummies or pacifiers when they're grown men. I mean, you've got to be fucking kidding me, DreamWorks. How much more babyish can you guess? And what a remarkably bad antagonist. Fuck this worst animated sequel ever made. At number 2, the most offensive as fuck movie since Grossies, Music. I have no words. What cold, heartless, insensitive human actually thought it was okay to make a movie that takes the piss and insults people with autism like myself? I mean, this fucking monstrosity deserves to be sued in court, and because the despicable bastards behind this thing have never met an autistic person in their lives, and they know fuck all about autism. And my number 1 worst movie of 2021 still remains Army of the Dead. And boy, do I still feel dead inside after watching it. Zack Snyder, after all the times that I defended your DCU movies, I mean, I mean, you give me this. This Sucker Punch is a god tier movie compared to Army of the Dread. I mean, the Army of the Dread. I mean, this is the most uh, fucking dreadful zombie apocalypse movie of all time. I mean, you're far better off sticking with Shaun of the Dead. There isn't even a narrative here, and it failed hard to even entertain me. It was so unspeakably depressing. It's like that feeling where you had a shitty day and you just want to go to bed and forget about it. And the zombie tiger does not do shit, and that cliffhanger was the worst excuse to set up a sequel. I mean, well, forgive me, Mr. Snyder, but until you make a good movie again, you've lost a loyal fan. I'm still proud to call Army of the Dread the worst disaster piece of 2021. So that was my top 10 worst movies of 2021, and yeah, hopefully the bad movies that we get in 2022 are to a minimum, hopefully to the point where I'll only need to do a top 5 worst and not top 10 for 2022. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. And what are your top 10 worst movies of 2021? I'm sure there will be at least one disagreement with one of my choices. Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you next time. And I've got a couple of rant videos coming your way on some bad movies because I feel like it's been too long since I've done at least an extreme rant. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.